Okay, maybe this is working. That is not entirely clear, as usual. We're doing a few things differently this time around. I'm on a new machine. I had to do some redesigning, some, like manipulation of various, I don't know, what's the word? Incantations. It's a nice, not a $10 word. It's really more of a $5 word. But we're back. It's been a very long time. Clearly, we shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. And for that, I am sincerely sorry. However, here we are. So, two main things I wanted to talk about today. But first, the important stuff, certainly the traditional stuff that or the traditions I'm trying to preserve, we'll say. In honor of our friend Rod, we are now, starting everything with the day's holidays. So that's fun. The first one is Malala Day. Now, this one is pretty awesome. If you know who Malala Yousafzai is. Okay, so Aaron is here. That's great. Aaron, don't go anywhere because I'm gonna need you for something. But if you know who Malala Yousafzai is, if you don't, you should look her up because she's awesome. She has been a really stalwart advocate for education for women and girls in specific contexts that are pretty important to her and where she grew up. So I don't want to give you any more spoilers than that, but go Google Malala Yousafzai, spelled the way you think, Yousafzai. And this will be worth your time. And you should also check out her address to the UN. Addresses, I think there have been several, but it's good stuff. I'm just going to plug this machine in so this stream doesn't end in approximately 3 minutes. So hang on. When I tell you that I'm not a professional, you should believe me. Okay, as I smash my knee into the desk that I am holding this machine with. Okay, so that's the first happy. The next one is Kiribati Independence Day. I did not look that up because I forgot, and I was fully intending to do so and failed. Okay, so they got independence from the UK in 1979. Capital of South Tarawa, Bairiki National Stadium, blah, 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 blah. Okay, history of the Gilbert Islands. So I think that is the deal with Kiribati. Kiribati Country's Office of the Historian. So you can go check out Kiribati. If you hit the button and you go, are Kiribati people Hawaiian? The answer is no. They're primarily, overwhelmingly, of Micronesian ethnicity. Hawaiians are Polynesian. So there you go. But pretty cool. So happy Kiribati Independence Day to all of our Kiribati friends. They got a pretty rad flag. You should go check that out. That's a pretty sweet flag, honestly. Paper Bag Day. Who doesn't love a good paper bag? That's all I got. Sorry. And then National Different Colored Eyes Day, which I guess is better than saying National Heterochromat Day, which is what it actually is. But, if you've got one blue eye, one brown eye, or whatever, right? Or your dog has different colored eyes. You should have seen that before. Plenty of dogs have this. Huskies, specifically. And speaking of which, one of them just decided to open the door. Fantastic. This is going swimmingly. All right. And let's see. Hey, Ed, welcome. I am going to do something here. I hope it's going to work. Let's see. Okay. Please reload or open your laptop. Okay. Yes. Good. Aha! Maybe. Then what? Okay. Now, the question is, all of this weird, badly designed software seems to be running correctly. Now, however, it does not show up in the freaking box. What is this? No. 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 So, what I'm trying to do currently during this must-see TV that we're doing right now is... Oh, wait a second. I bet this is the problem. Let's see. Do I need to make another one of these? Refresh cache of current page. Maybe? No. What does this do? Okay. Okay. Right. I don't think that's working. So, okay. What I'm trying to do is use a free thing called Social Stream, which lets you, you know what I'm going to do actually real fast? Does this do what I think it does? Yes! Okay. I am very excited about, hey, welcome Sharon. I'm very excited about the Go 6 Gen 2. I'm way more excited than I ever imagined I was going to be. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I also really need to turn up the air conditioning in here. Okay. Right. So this is here because, or rather, what I'm doing is there's something that's supposed to let me. Let me turn my camera back on. How about that? So something's supposed to let me make it so that I can do featured. Yeah, I know I turned it off on purpose. It's back now. But like featured chats from people, popping in and saying hello. That is supposed to be working now. How about this? Main chat overlay and control doc. Copy link. Okay. I feel like this is, maybe it's okay. That's working. Let's see what happens when I do this. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so that does work, I think. That's good. And then, okay. And then I can go back to OBS, and I can go back to this, and hopefully, I don't think I need that. I think I need this. Aha. Perhaps this is what the problem is. Maybe. Refresh capture. Okay. Huh? Is that going to work now? Refresh. No. Cool. So this thing is supposed to let me pop up a message the way that people who pay for their software can do. So that I could, for example, pop up Ed saying, lost your camera, so that everybody can see how awesome I am. Social Stream always worked well for me. You have to use the Ninja Chat BL plugin in OBS and have the extension running in Chrome. Huh. What does this button do? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I have to do that too. All right. Really? Do I have to go through this entire process? That's cool. Okay. Okay, we'll do this. You are factoring me for reasons passing understanding. Okay. What machine can I use for this? I'll use this. Cool. Okay. Can you bring my camera back? Thank you. And that, I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, well that works. That's good. What does this do? No. How about if I just make this go away? Okay, and now, you know, it seems to me like you should be able to have the same like controls. Message mechanics. That you should be able to have the same controls that are supposed to go into the OBS like dock thing in the Social Stream Ninja desktop app, right? Like you would think that that would be possible. It's also entirely possible that I'm just completely missing how this works. But I've never gotten a chance to test this before because you can't really, right? All right. I mean, theoretically, force your menu bar using meld, try and input the full menu bar. What does that mean? What does this do? That's not helpful. Okay. Is it? No. I don't think. Yeah, so we're all learning together here, guys. Sorry about the situation with this. What does this do? Let's pop up live chat. Okay. Okay, well, that session, it looks like, is connected, which means I should be able to just use this, theoretically. Like, wait a second. What if I just, I was never able to get the app work, but the extension was working Chrome. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so you should be able to just load the link that the session link that it gives you, right? And that appears not to work. So maybe I need to disconnect this and start it over. What does this do? Okay, no, that's not helpful. Let's see, what is loaded current YouTube metadata? Okay, update metadata. Okay, that does say streaming. Okay, reconnecting. Interesting. Again with the must-see TV. Dashboard metrics, okay. I don't know why this keeps defaulting back to top chat. Yeah, okay, calm down. All right, docs. Let's see, what does this do? Nope, that's not what I need. So, yeah, I think maybe I have to restart Social Stream, and Social Stream is just having a moment for some reason. So I'll do that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now that is closed, and now I'm going to reopen it. Okay, things happening, service active. Here is a session doodad. What's the difference between standard and WebSocket again? What does auto activate do? Ah, okay, that's good. Yeah. Good. Okay, that all seems correct. Right. Okay, there's my... Oh, this looks different than it did before. Why is that? Ready-made chat looks for... Okay. Sample over. What does this do? I don't know why. What is that going to look like if I just open it in a browser window? That's useless. Okay. Status and logs. Remote control API. Okay, that's actually useful. It says 2 messages processed this session, which is interesting because I didn't ask it to do that. Okay. So, says signaling Video Ninja active iframe, WebRTC P2P connected, doc2, extension active, session ID, that, connected peers, that. But, and let's see what happens if I go to session. Okay, it does say active. Okay, and then, but it says remote control API disabled, chat to external apps disabled. But I don't know if that actually counts for anything. Trigger a fake test message. Okay. And then featured chat over, no, I don't think that's, I think that's fine the way it is. Multi-stream alert box. Okay. So theoretically, main chat overlay control doc. This should be the thing that I need. I think. Let's see. Oh, hey, it's working. How about that? It sure is. And I don't know how to make it only show the thing I want featured. So that's fun. What does this do? Send it, no. Okay. Hide, no, I don't need that. Well, it's probably a good idea, actually. And then filter for, okay, what does this do? Clear the featured message. Okay, that's not useful. I thought I had that turned off. My Hurry Lives are way more of a hot mess. You're doing great. Am I, though? Okay. How do I, like, clear this out? Is my question now. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I get the whole thing about, you know, Riverside. I know Aaron really likes whichever one it is he uses, which I forget what it is. But okay. So Ed, do you know how to get this thing to, you know, I could never get it to do what you have up now. I can only do the individual overlay is exactly what I want, actually. I don't know how I got it into this position. This is amazing. Fantastic. All right. Like I said, must see TV. All right. I bet somewhere in this extremely convoluted set of things, there is a setting that I have set somewhere that is making it take every message and put them up on screen, which is not what I'm actually looking for. So let's see. Add source. No, I don't want that. You know what? It must be, I have to do something. What does this do? Interact. Okay, that's not useful. Thank you. How about this? Okay, that's not useful either. It must be in the settings. I can only imagine how many times people have been like, "Oh, I wonder what Jay's up to." Oh, no, never mind. Let's see. It must be somewhere in here. It must be somewhere in this, like I said, extremely convoluted app. 6 messages processed this session. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Okay. Event flow editor. I don't know what that means. Okay. Great. Let's see. Font size. Well, I can make it smaller. That would actually be helpful. Well, actually, no. I don't want it to be like difficult to read. Message styling, pre-styled chat overlays. Ready-made chat looks for OBS. What happens if I do this? Tense Twitch / IRSD channel chat. Compact ultra. Okay. How's this look? Is this going to change how it looks? Oh! Okay, I think I just figured it out, maybe. It's a great tutorial. It's really funny because I have to like do this so that I can read what it says in there. This is awesome. Okay. Comedy. All right, I think it's this. Yeah, because okay, I see now. Yes. Now, we can do this, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Okay, there we go. So, Ed, tell me something about this guy, Steve Seguin. No. Yes. Okay. Calm blue ocean. Okay. You are a great help, so fear not. Also, featuring messages makes me feel like I have like phenomenal cosmic powers. So there's that. Okay. Moving on. Let's get to the actual topics, maybe. Imagine that. Discussing things on youtube.com. Okay. That is not what I was looking for. Try again, Jay. Hello? Why are you not cooperating with me anymore? Is it because I'm on camera? That's probably why, yeah. Okay. Good. So we got the paper bag day and different colored eyes day. Fantastic. Okay. So before we continue, I agree. So yeah, that's exactly right. Yes. Okay. So before we continue with the other, less interesting things, beer for this evening is, let's see if I can do this, 𝓐𝓯𝓽𝓮𝓻 9000 quadruple, which is one of my favorites. This is clocking in at 10.7%. So it's a good thing that I just had dinner. Delicious. And yeah, so I wanted to discuss, first off, the 𝓐𝓯𝓽𝓮𝓻 Gen 2. So why am I referring to this as the elephant in the room? So this thing came out with relatively little fanfare. I think there were a lot of people who were like big 𝓐6 fans. Like there are people who just like absolutely love the very small form factor. I think they even love the fact that it doesn't have buttons, which I can't really relate to, honestly. I'll get to this later, but if there were a 𝓐7 with this screen, specifically with this screen and this pen digitizer, whatever it is they did to it, I think I would call that my favorite Boox device ever, bar none, including the Tab Ultra C Pro, which is saying a lot for me, because those of you who have heard me rant about these things before know that the Tab Ultra C Pro is, my apotheosis of e-ink devices. But the 𝓐6 Gen 2 has shocked the guano out of me, and I'm gonna talk about why, but it's also deeply frustrated me, because if you change like two little things, right, and maybe you need to charge $25 more, right, for those two little things, you transform this into an absolute powerhouse. Now it's great the way it is, I have to say, even with all of my criticisms of it, which there are some. It is just a little bit more of a tweak, and it would be phenomenal. As I somehow, oh no, that was a dog. Okay. Okay, Bella, I need you to give me that back. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. So why don't I just read from my notes, as one is wont to do. So this is much better than it has any right to be, 100%. It has the same screen tech and the same refresh tech, whatever it is. I don't know. This didn't go, okay, so when the Ghost 7 came out, there was not a lot of discussion about the fact that the Ghost 7 had virtually zero ghosting, like at all. It behaved better than a machine with BSR. That's Boox Super Refresh. For those of you who don't know, that is Onyx's. Aaron, I'm very glad I'm telling you, man, that even with your like whole thing of like, I don't know about these like devices that are really small, and let's put this on the screen now because I can do that. Amazing. Also this, I can understand this, Ed, that's not how you do that, Jay, try again. There we go. I understand this. I do agree. It's like, it is almost perfect like that. I don't get into, like Bluetooth control mechanisms, really. I never have. I don't know. I know there are people who are apparently in love with the Tappy. I don't get it. It bypasses me. I don't understand the attraction. I do understand the sort of like the desire for a sort of tactile feedback, which is the reason why there were a lot of ways in which I loved the Go 7. One of them being the buttons. The buttons were awesome. But the Go 7 had failings that we'll talk about later. So like, this is what I mean. Dominique, I don't get it. Sorry. But like, to each their own, right? So it's fine. So yeah, same screen and refresh tech as the Go 7. Like I was saying, when it came out, there was very little discussion of the fact that the Go 7 had almost no ghosting. And on top of that, it could do things that it had no right to be able to do. Like, that was a Snapdragon 690 SoC, which is like third tier. Like, this is not powerful, right, in the Go 7. But it could play basically full motion video, like no problem, with zero streaking, zero, like anything. It was just like, sure, I'll play YouTube for you. Wild. And notably, the Go Color 7 Gen 2 could not do that. It did not share this feature that the Go 7 had, because those are radically different screen technologies. The Go Color 7 Gen 2 has, I believe, a Carta 1200 based Kaleido 3 screen. So there are things that you can't do with that, like what we're going to demo here. So Sharon, I would actually really like to know why you hated the Go 7, because I wonder if the same things bugged you about it that ended up bugging me about it. I got to a point with it also where I sold it because I was just like, it's not doing it for me. But there was one specific reason why I couldn't handle the Go 7, and it was the pen writing. The pen was so horrendous. I was just like, it is frustrating me more that I can't use this to write when theoretically I should be able to. And that I just have to, it's got to go, right? The writing feel. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, the writing feel is, that's kind of part of what I mean. So, okay. I have always wanted this kind of like portable note taker, especially in black and white. So like all respect to the remarkable move, which I actually really like a lot. And you know, let me see if I can move to the next thing here. No, I have that turned off. Nice try. So the things about this that I don't like are, and people love to say that this doesn't matter. It very much does, and we'll get into why. The specs on this thing are more than disappointing. So I actually don't think they changed the SoC on the Go 6 Gen 2 from the Go 6. I think they were both Snapdragon 665s. The original Go 6 actually might be a 662, which is like really bad. Either way, not good, right? And you notice it during particular periods, during particular activities. And what the choice of Snapdragon 665 has done is it has pinned this device to Android 11 and nothing better than that. You cannot, there is no license to be able to run like a later version of Android on this device, which is going to be limiting for a lot of things. Like I would like to be able to use something like this with, you know, like corporate resources, right? Where I can put, company portal on here and do all kinds of awesome stuff with that, that can sort of blend and go back and forth between stuff that I write, with the pen on here, and stuff that maybe I type or whatever. And people are going to say like, oh, well, you can't type on a screen that small. And my response to that is challenge accepted. I absolutely can. So, yeah, I mean, like the performance choices here, the SoC choices here, the lack of RAM, 3 gigabytes is really, like, I know why they did it, I think. It's because 3 gigabyte modules are cheaper than 2 and 4 gigabyte modules right now, because the RAM market is insane. I think that's what that's about. I think that's the reason why it only has 3 gigs. Yeah, so this is the thing. This is why I had to toss the Go 7, Aaron. The pen support was horrendous enough that I was like, this is too frustrating to use. So I had to get rid of it. So that said, I'm going to ask Onyx to just join me over here at camera 2 just for a second, okay? If you're not Onyx, just pretend that you're listening to the girl from Ipanema or something like that. And I'll be right back. Hi guys, listen, I want to have a little heart to heart, right? So we were so close with the Go 6 Gen 2, which I did not expect to be able to say, right? If you had given me just a little bit more, just a skosh, un poquito, right? This could have been like an earth-shattering product for this market. As it is, it's very good. And even as these words are coming out of my mouth, I'm like, well, the thing is, it's still under 200 bucks. And then I feel slightly silly. But like slightly silly is sort of my stock and trade, so that's really not going to stop me, right? So I'm just begging you, come out with like a Go 7 Gen 2, right? Otherwise identical, better CPU. Maybe you could, grace us with the same Snapdragon 750G and 6 gigs of RAM that was in the Palma 2. That would be amazing. If you did that, and kept this screen technology and this digitizer technology, which I'm going to demo in a second because I love it that much. I don't know. I might propose. I don't know. I'll do something drastic. So, please, from the bottom of my heart. Okay, I got to go back to the show. So sorry. I really sorry, guys. I got to get back to this. We got other stuff to talk about. So, but more later. Love you. Mean it. Okay. All right. So back, guys. Sorry about that. Thanks for completely ignoring all of that. That was really, really real of you. But I do want to show a few things about this. And let's see. I don't know what you're talking about. What camera change? The Big Me B6 spec should have been in the Go 6. You know, actually, Javi, that's a really good point. So I think Onyx is kind of married to Snapdragon CPUs for some reason. The Big Me devices all have who was it again? MediaTek. If they had gotten that chip, yes, you're right. That would have done it from a horsepower perspective. And they would have been able to put Android 15 or 16 or whatever on there. But we didn't get that. So, you know, but at least I'm not dramatic about it. So, let's see. Let me see if there's anything else we need to take a look at here. No worries, Ed. We will catch you next time. This has been good now that I've actually got the damn thing working. So, okay. So let me go to this. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you guys is this. So here's YouTube, right? Let's see how well this works. Okay. Now, the really funny thing about this is that, okay, you can see this preview, right? There's no dragging here. One of the funny things about this, though, is that, as far as I can tell, the Go 6 has no speaker, which is great. It's really funny because it plays video as well as it does. Why don't we look at this fine gentleman's video? It must have heard us talking about Riverside. Okay. Just like, are you shitting me? Like, what? This should not be possible. Like, let me see if I can get this to focus up here. Probably not. It's probably too close. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Like, this, there's no streaking. There's no ghosting. This is working stupidly well, right? There's just no excuse for this. Like, this is a sub $200 device. Like, what are we talking about? And somehow they pulled this off. Of like a similar, somehow they pulled this off, you know, feeling. Let me, come on. There we go. Let me see if I can, let's see, just focus on that. Thank you. So, you know, in case you haven't, it does look damn good. You are 100% accurate, yes. You know, just to give you guys an idea, all right, let's, so this is Forest Note, just to give an idea that this is not, the way that this thing writes is not about, there we go, it's not about like Onyx's like Note app specific stuff, right? Which we know because I can do this with Forest Note. Yeah, that's not how you spell that, Jay. Try again. There we go. Okay. So this is my Notes app, and at some point I'll get into, you know, more things about this, but let me see if I can bring this down. messing with this camera config is always like a recipe for disaster. So I don't really know, but yeah, okay. You know, I mean, are you going to write? Yes, you are. Okay, good. That's me not knowing how to spell. So notably, this like this is exactly the level of pen support, of you know, like pen capability that you get from the Go 10.3, right? The Go 10.3 Gen 2. It doesn't miss small curves. It doesn't miss anything. It just works, right? On a sub $200 device. If somebody asks me, hey, how do I get into this e-ink note-taking thing? I'm going to tell them this every single time, because it's like the risk level is incredibly low, right? Like it's you're betting $200 on the cost of a pen, right? As opposed to $400 for a Go 10.3 Gen 2, or yeah, more than $400, you know, or for a Nomad, what is it, 375 plus case plus pen is like 475, something, I don't know, something like that. You know, or other like small devices, they're you know, they all end up being really expensive to just kind of try and play around with. This is not that expensive. I don't remember the last time there's been something with this kind of writing capability for 200 and, you know, I don't know, 35-ish bucks. Like, I don't think that's ever happened. Like the MobiScribe Wave, when it was released, was like $300 and something. That's it. There's nothing that has this capability that's this inexpensive. I have to give them props for that. Like, I don't know, like the Go 7 is sort of close because it was like 240, 250 or something when it was released, but its handwriting support was trash. This is amazing. So like, I don't know, man. They really, I think people are underrating what they've accomplished here. Because it's crazy. Like, for your money, the level of value here is just like ridiculous. So I just think that's really worth calling out, you know, together with the almost total lack of ghosting. You know, I think Voya or somebody was saying like, oh, there was a lot of ghosting in like normal mode or HD mode or whatever it is, on you know, the like in Nia Reader. But whatever is the thing about that. I don't know why this is the case with Boox recently. I think it might be the case with other companies as well. But like, A2 speed mode tends to look better in almost every circumstance, and like, you know, when changing pages or doing whatever, than HD mode does, or whatever the, you know, normal refresh does. And I'm not sure what that's about. There's something, I think e-ink must be giving the developers like different software and kind of like ignoring normal mode or ignoring full refresh mode or whatever it is. I've noticed this developing Forest Note where like I get like random ghosting in places that don't really make any sense. And that's been true both in the VWoods Mini and on Boox devices for Forest Note. So something's going on there. I don't know what it is. But I mean, you can see, is that going to work? Let's see. Go away. I know I really meant go away. Thank you. I mean, there's no ghosting here, right? This is fantastic, is what this actually is. Like, this is really good. You know, and this is a sub $200 device. It just, yeah. Anyway, So this has really blown me away, and it's really been like a joy to use in a bunch of different ways. And I think this is going to be like basically my daily driver for quite a while, despite the fact that it's woefully underpowered in a bunch of different ways. So I don't know, but great stuff. So the second thing I wanted to talk about is this. So this is something, this is like my personal bugbear or something. I'm getting back to my notes here. So to me, the whole thing about e-ink writing and what have you, keeping you organized, is something that like I can't do without, right? Like I need to have the ability to like keep track of my to-dos and so on, right? All that stuff. Make things synchronize between devices, have things remind me when I need to do something. I need that patch on my broke-ass executive function. And so, yeah. So I need that. And a lot of devices, ecosystems, etc., will not give that to you by default. So reTaskable is one example. With reTaskable, they give you a template with checkboxes and some lines, right? That's your to-do list. Like, okay, great. Now, how does that ever remind me to do anything? Well, you have to remember to look at the tablet at the right period of time. It's like, okay, I don't know if you've ever met anybody with ADHD, but like, that's not going to work. So, I need hooks to make that work better. I'm also in a position now where I don't know if this is working right. Is my chat still working? Is always a good question. Can I tell it to refresh? Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah. No, okay, everything's fine. Okay, good. As you know, your friend and mine, Mitchell Scott, has been shepherding people into writing new and cool and fun and exciting software for reTaskable. And after having taken a look at the developer kit and being like, okay, I think I vaguely understand what's going on here, I took a crack at developing a task list, a to-do list application. And I think it's gone pretty well. So I'm pretty excited about it. The name of the application is reTaskable, and which is, I know, super creative. But what it does is it lets you go through your notes and you can lasso something. It will attempt to do handwriting recognition on whatever it is you lassoed. It will pop up a box being like, hey, is this what you meant to say? You can correct it if it's wrong, or if it wasn't able to reach the server that does the recognition, it will tell you that, and then you can type whatever it is. And then after you hit create, it will take that task and send it to a to-do list server that speaks the same protocol as iCloud reminders. So in other words, what this can do is you can circle something. It will pop up with the thing that it recognizes that it thinks you said, and it will send that to your iPhone in the form of a reminder, or your iPad. Or if you are the kind of person who just likes using WebDev, CalDev stuff in general, it will send it to any generic CalDev server in addition to iCloud. So that's the idea behind this, and then you can it actually gives you a basic task list that you can check things off on your reTaskable and go from there. So I'm pretty excited about this. This has worked pretty well so far. So why don't we get into that? My camera has decided to stop working, which I know everyone is really shocked about. Oh no, that's not right. Instead, maybe I should hit the right button. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here we are on my move. Let me just make sure that this is on the right Wi-Fi. And we'll turn the light on for good measure. Okay. Good. So here we are. And I'm going to get into the light nicely. Okay, perfect. So we'll go up here. So the way that you get into this, or the way that you get into the task list part of this application, is, hold on, let me see if I can focus better, maybe, possibly. What's going on here? Why are you like doing weird stuff? Ah, okay. Yeah, autofocus. Is it macro or is it normal? I think it might be macro. Okay. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Yeah. Small letters. Kind of unavoidable, but I'm also trying to make it so you can see everything. So we'll see. I think that's fine. Okay. So we're going to upload, and here's the actual, task list application, right? So this is pretty simple. You can hit sync to talk to your server, whatever your stuff is. And I can start checking things off like chips and guacamole. Right, and those are showing up as check now. I can hit sync. And there go my things, right? These are getting sent to the equivalent of my iCloud or Apple reminders. Convert and share to Apple. Well, that's interesting, Aaron. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm gonna ask you to maybe do a short video on that because I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, like, so this has, I think maybe the difference between what you're talking about and this is that this does have the actual like task list, right? Let me see if I can like make this at least somewhat visible. Yeah, there we go. So you can see, right, this has got all of this. The reason why I'm lifting the device instead of putting the camera down is because moving the camera is just like a massive pain. But you get the idea. So let's do this. Okay. So here it is. Okay, so this is that part of it, right? The part that actually does the interaction with the task list. The other part is this. Oh, can't do that. There we go. Sure. Whatever. Okay. I do wish I could have a plugin for this. I always put the date in this format on everything that I write because that means it automatically sorts by date when I do alphabetical sort. Needless explanation. Okay. Cool. So here we go, right? Hello. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. This is a test. That does not look as good as it would like it to. Whatever. Let's try this instead. Okay. Classic Hello World. Yeah. So now what we can do is this. Okay. Hello World. Now you see we have an extra item in here, right? Next to the recognize thing, now there is that little check mark, right? So the little check mark is for sending it to the server. So we do this. So this is classic, right? Up here, it thinks I said, hello, Ward. I don't know who Ward is, but that's not who I was greeting. So why don't we change that to hello, world? If you are a little bit better at penmanship than me, this does not become a problem for you, I think. Okay, so now that's been sent to the application. And I think what happens is, if I remember correctly, the way I set it up, it will show up in here. All right, I have to do this. There it is, right? Hello world, 2026 0712 demo, page 1, right? And there's some other information about it in here. And critically, this is really nice. I can pick open note, right? So here's the summary, the text of the reminder, right? That got sent to iCloud, and I can just hit open note, and it will take me back there, which is nice, right? So it means that you don't get lost. It means that when you create a to-do out of something, you can always find your way back to it and be like, what was the context of me creating that to-do item? So anyway, that's that. I have about 5 minutes left in the hour, but I think I'm going to go a little bit later, even though we're approaching 11 o'clock, because I want to talk about one other thing. So let me go back to this here. Where the hell is it? Ah, I think, yeah. So, the fine people, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I do want to talk about one other thing. Please let go. Please? Thank you. This is a small thing, but I think it means something about about the way that the software development lifecycle has worked at Onyx. So let me show you something. If I go into, is this it? Yeah. Let's go into a random book like this one. Right, I forgot I did not do that yet. Okay, let's fix that, shall we? Where's my books? There they are. Sure. I don't remember who this is. Okay, I don't remember this. Did I read this? I don't think I did. Bro, you're like actually killing me. Okay. Cool, whatever, I don't care. So here is a title page of a book, right? On the Go 6. So I want to show you something. Hello? What? Oops, that's not right. For the love of God, please focus. Thank you. So here's, this looks totally normal, right? That's terrible, Jay. You can do better than that. Okay. Okay, so I just wrote hello there with a certain amount of detail and so on in the letters, right? Like, this is what we're used to from the Notes app on the Go 10.3. But curiously, and I don't know why this is, but I think in NeoReader on the Go 10.3, where is it? Oh wait, let me go over here. For some reason, I think that NeoReader pen accuracy on the Go 10.3 is worse than it is in the Notes app. And I don't know what that's about. Like, I don't know why that's necessary, or like why they, you know, I don't know if it's just that they didn't change the code path or something. They left it on something old, or what. But it's very strange. Where's my, okay. Who was that again? Was it this one? I feel like it must have been. Yes, okay. So if I write the same thing, bro, come on, you can do it. You know, it's very funny how I was just complaining about how the Snapdragon 665 based Go 6 is so slow, and you know, comparatively the 690 and this 10.3 is a speed demon. Oh my god! Wow, that was just like powerfully slow. Okay, now. I think what it is about it's like it's rounder. Like it or something. Like it's just not quite the same level of accuracy or of something. Like that's just no. It's really funny that I think I can tap this and then it will focus. Okay. This is better. And I don't know why. Like they use the same renderer or they use the same code path or something for notes in NeoReader on the Go 6 Gen 2 that they did in, you know, yeah, like the same renderer or whatever it is in Notes is used in NeoReader on the Go 6 Gen 2, but they don't do that on the 10.3 Gen 2, and I don't know why. And it's not like it's like a system thing. It's not like you have to be specific, because Forest Note doesn't look like this. It looks like this. So like, and you know, Forest Note is my application just using the Onyx SDK. So like, I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why this is worse, but it is, which is very strange. Anyway. I mean, I could also be making it up. I don't know. Maybe that was a totally useless side quest I just went down. I don't know. Right. So the last thing I was going to say is that the nice people at iFlytek have been kind enough to give me an AI Note 2, complete with keyboard case, which is pretty cool. For review and discussion and so on. Now, this is going to surprise absolutely no one, but the screen on this thing is absolutely gorgeous, right? Oh, that's interesting. So, Aaron, I didn't think about that. Huh. Interesting. Let me open that bad boy back up, because I did not. Whoop, wrong camera. I don't think I ever tested that. Because I often forget the app exists because it doesn't quite do what I need it to yet, and therefore it has gone down the memory hole. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, go away. Thank you. All right, so here is... Something also keeps turning auto-rotate back on, and it makes me want to stab things. No, I rotate manually. Jackass. Okay. Let's see. I just thought I had bad handwriting. I mean, dude, I got bad handwriting, but like, I think, I don't think either one of us is making this up. Yeah. No, this is like, it looks, you know what it is? You know what it looks like? It looks like the Palma 2 Pro's writing. That's the way in which it's worse. Why? I have no idea, but it does make me suspect that this could be fixed with a software update that whatever rendering path this is using could be changed, and that the same thing could be done to the Palma 2 Pro. I really hope so. Crossing my fingers. Again, Onyx, I'm watching you through this camera, so get with it. Come on. All right. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think there's some old code path that's active for some dumb reason. So that's interesting. I think they fixed it because I actually did try Calendar Memo on the Go 6 Gen 2. And I just locked my device for no good reason. Okay, let's bring it back. Come on. Any day now. Okay, we're back. Let's go to Calendar Memo. Right. This is weird. So this is a little different. This is a little different. What the hell is this? Oh, that's for events. Working on the global pen settings of the AI paper. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So let's see. Where's my... Oh. This guy. Okay. So one interesting thing is that there's only one pen on the Go 6 Gen 2 for the Calendar Memo. And it also has this ability to turn that on and off. Why, I have no idea. But, okay, that was weird. I don't know what kind of math happened there. It was very strange math. But, hello. Okay, there it goes. And what's this? Pan the canvas too. Okay, I don't care. Although I don't think you could do that on the other one either. I don't think they had the pan the canvas option. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell because I think this might also be in the old code path. I think this also might be Palma 2 Pro style writing. Yeah, I don't know what the thought process is there. In general, the evolution of this has been both like heartening and also extremely confusing. Like, I don't know why they've made some of the changes that or decisions that they've made with this. There are a bunch of ways in which I'm like, I could literally fix this for you in an afternoon. I've done it like 5 different times with 5 different ecosystems. Like, please, for the love of God. But anyway, yeah, okay. Anyway, thank you for that side tangent. Where's my pen? Here it is. Come on. Come out of there. Okay. Oh God, there's like 8 million stacked up reminders. That's very stupid. Can I go make them all go away? Ignore all. Hooray! Okay. So, like I was going to say before, it should not. That's kind of cool. It should not surprise anyone that the screen on this thing is fantastic, right? This is, of course, being the iFlytek AI Note 2. We have all. Come on. We have all been wowed by this screen before on other devices like the VWoods AI paper or the Manta, or there's one other I'm not remembering. I think the Musnap X has this screen, except it has like a USI version of it for some weird reason. Anyway, there are a lot of things I like about this machine. There are a few things that I find extremely disappointing. So for example,